Hey, what's up, guys? As I promised to make a video on future of Indian women, here is what I have to say after a couple of years of research and observations. India is divided into two different groups in today. One is the rural India. Rural means the village part of India. On the other side, it is the urban India, which is also known as the cities that are developed in India. In my observation, I have spent majority of my life in urban India, the city of Bombay, aka Mumbai. Basically, I have also spent a lot of time in rural areas across the country. At that time, I was in my early teens and not a MGTOW, but as time went by, I began to be aware of myself, and finally, after I reached the age of 19 and early 20s, I was transforming to be a MGTOW. The following things are what I've observed throughout my life till now. Firstly, the most influential thing that I would say wrought women's brain was the television and Bollywood. As people got more addicted to this television box, they were highly influenced by what was told to them. Soon, television started dictating things to both men and women, especially on how westernization is okay. Consuming alcohol is okay. Doing drugs is okay. Homosexuals are okay. Transgenders are okay, and whatnot. These propagandas were going through everyone's brain indirectly, and the Western doses were given in mild quantity, so the Indians wouldn't even know when they got into the Western way of living. The weekly TV serials and Bollywood movies just brainwashed the Indians. The difference was that most men are rational in India and they figured out the bigger conspiracy of the New World Order and the Americanization of India that is taking place. But at that time, these fellow women fell into the trap of these TV commercials, movies, and daily soaps. The result of this you can see in front of your eyes. Number one, before 1990s, rarely women used to consume alcohol in India, except the elites. Today, every girl from age 17 indulges in alcohol except for one or two, and there are always exceptions in anything. In rural areas, though, the influence of television has not been that crazy due to the lack of development and poverty. You can still find cute and traditional women in the rural parts of the country. But still there is a large amount of migration from rural to urban areas of the country. When these rural women become friends with urban women, automatically they become like them then and they become like them means become sluts. Now some people would say, truth, not all women are sluts, but then most urban women are sluts, and those who don't think so, just go and marry one of them and tell us your experience after 5 years. When you marry such women, you have two choices in the future. One is that to live with that slut and accept her for whatever she is, or else get divorced and live the rest of your life paying her and her kids' bills. Number two, one thing I love about the Arabs or the Muslims is that they perfectly know how to handle women. Being so rich in oil and wealth, I'm talking about the Middle East, the Arab women are still covered with burqa and niqabs. But that was and is not the case in India. Now, even Muslim women in India prefer shorter clothes and are fighting for their rights with the help of the government. Now, I am not against nudity or shorter clothes, but all I am trying to point out is my observation on where the society is going. The Indian garment known as sari, which you will see a photo in this video, has almost vanished in the urban areas, as you will only see and women wearing it on occasions of a wedding. Although rural women still prefer traditional clothing above Western skirts. Number three, women in India are now sexually liberated, as there was a time when if the bride was not virgin, the family members of her husband would send her back to her parents. Today, if a parent questions about the virginity of her daughter or daughter-in-law, then he is looked down by the society and treated as a lower grade cheap person. Gone are the days of that Indian civilization which began 5,000 years ago, and many evidences are found that the Indian civilization is even older than that. Today, an Indian is only an Indian for the namesake, and I'm talking about the majority of them because, see, I am a specialized in politics and history, so I have a good idea of the Indian identity and the flourishment of Indian civilization, on how it was so successful to survive above all the other civilizations in the world. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not giving myself a certificate, but if you want to think that way, then it's okay, but I feel that I am more Indian than majority of Indians in my country. So let's move forwards. Like I said, today's Indian is just an Indian for the namesake. His soul, as well as his physical appearance, has become Western. English-speaking individuals are considered as intelligent. On the other hand, Hindi-speaking individuals are shamed and looked down. And in all this game, women are playing a major role, and the corporations are using women perfectly in this job. People are unknowingly promoting the devil of the society, and on one side, India is expected to be a huge world economy, but on the other hand, the foreign influence which is destroying India morally, and especially Indian women who were in the past known for their morality. This is the total destruction of Indian society. I see the future of Indian women the same as the average American women, because Indian women are fed the same bullshit that American women are. When women apply makeup in India, they look like sex appealing posters who show off in the public. And all this is done in India under the name of women empowerment. I have tried to lay down majority of my observations. Let me know if you are interested in part 2 of this video. The conclusion of this video has to be drawn by you. Let me know What do you feel about the future of Indian women after listening to this video? In the comment section down below. I will be happy to interact with all of you. Till then, have a great day and peace out.